We out here. We out here, okay?
Fight she get like 6 tattoos. If she was a city, she be Timbuktu. My holy ground.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Bienvenidos nuevamente a mi canal. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Iandra. If you guys didn't know, if you're new here, then hello, what's up? Join the family, subscribe, down below. And if you are a returning subscriber, then hey, what's up? What's good? So in today's video, I will be showing you guys an in-depth tutorial of this Hollywood glam. I kept saying Hollywood glam in the video. I don't really know if that's what I want to call it, but you guys will probably already tell by the title of this video. This is basically a Kevin, I don't want to butcher his last name, I really don't, so I'll put his work somewhere here, but this is kind of a recreation of one of his looks or something just similar to what he does. I love the soft glam that he just does on his clients. It's not even a soft glam. I just love the way he glams his clients, okay? I love his work. I think it's amazing. It's wonderful. So I just wanted to try and recreate and put my little twist on it or whatever. And this is what we came up with. I'm really satisfied with how it came out. This is my type of glam. Like, I love glams like this. I used to be very much so into the colorful makeup, but baby girl, that's just not where I'm at anymore, So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, exactly what I did, and some tips and tricks and hacks or whatever, then keep on watching this video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like this video if you like more content like this. I'll be sure to bring you guys that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also turn on your bell notifications so you do get notified every time I post a new video. That way you don't miss another video. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my little I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call this video. So I kind of sort of want to do like a Hollywood glam, like a glowy matte situation. I also will be doing this type of makeup look on a client and recording it for you guys, but in the meantime, we're gonna do it on me. I'm gonna do it on me first. The first thing I just want to talk about is the lighting. So the lighting in today's video is gonna be a little bit more yellow, a little bit more warm. Don't mind my hair because I look crazy. I will be doing my hair at the end and probably off camera, but I already did my brows, and we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into the eyes. I'm just gonna be priming my eyes with a concealer. So I'm taking my MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NW35 to prime my eyelids. If this wants to focus, I'm dotting that on my lids, and I'm just gonna blend it out, and I'm blending it out with a blending brush. This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. So I kind of want to make this like I want to say like a series, because I have different Hollywood looks that I would like to do. They're all pretty similar but still different. The palettes that I would gravitate towards the most that I have at hand right now are probably the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Violet Voss Essentials palette, and the Dose of Color and I Love Sarai collab. Because they're all pretty neutral, I'm just going to show you guys what they look like. So this is the Dose of Colors palette. This is the Soft Glam palette that you guys have seen multiple times before. This palette obviously has absolutely all the nudes that you need and all the brown shades that you need. And then we have the Essentials palette by Violet Voss, which has the perfect kind of neutral gold shades, like warm tones that I love. I kind of want to stick to one palette and, one palette only. But I also kind of want to dibble and dabble into different palettes. I don't really know. I'm going to be using these two, mostly the Essentials palette from Violet Voss. But the first thing I will be doing is I'm going to go into my cream contour from Inglot. And I'm going to take a little brush. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that brown on the crease. I'm just trying to even it out. And next, I'm going to take, I want to take a kind of a dense, not necessarily dense, I'm just gonna take another brush and I'm just going to like blend. What is this? I don't know what that was, but so I'm just gonna blend this up a little bit just to create some depth in my eyes. This is literally going to disappear, so this is just gonna be kind of like a guideline. It's not something you're actually going to see. I prefer to use cream, but you could definitely do this with powder, like whatever brown powder. So I'm gonna start off with the Violet Voss, and I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to go into the shade Terracotta, which is the orange, like the burnt orange right here, and I'm gonna put that on my crease. I'm starting on my crease where I put the brown cream contour, and I'm just going to build that color up and blend. I do feel like you need to know, if you're doing this for yourself or if you're doing this on a client, you kind of need to know your client's eye shape. I feel like you need to know the basics of makeup. The basics of makeup, what I mean by that is you need to know your eye shape. You need to know the eye shape you're working on, whether that be yourself or a client. Just so you know how to apply the color. So I'm showing you guys how I'm applying the color on my eye shape. I would apply the color differently depending on the client, depending on the eyes that I'm working on. So right now I'm just blending the color all the way out to like my eyebrow, sorta where my eyebrow kind of ends, but I'm keeping most of the color in the center right here, and I'm just building it up until I'm satisfied with the intensity. And you want to loosen up the brush as you go towards the end, because you don't want any harsh lines at the end. You want it to be like a soft transition into the skin. So you just repeat that same step on the other eye. Now I'm going to take another blending brush. I will be taking this color right here, which is called Sand, and I'm just going to blend out the orange up by my brow area, just to get more of a seamless blend into my skin. So now I'm going to take another blending brush. Literally all you need is blending brushes. I'm going to take another blending brush and I will be dipping into the shade that's called Cinnamon, which is this one right here. So this color, I'm applying it on my crease, literally in the crease of my eyes, and I'm just blending it out. As you guys can see, I'm not really moving the brush much more than just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, exactly where my crease is. I'm not blending it up, I'm not blending it down, I'm literally just keeping the color right there. So after you're done with applying this color is kind of when you need to decide, you want to keep it matte, you want to go like with some shimmer, some shininess, like what is exactly that you want to go for. I feel like the camera is not doing this look justice, yo. I don't know why, but I just really feel like the camera is not doing this justice at all. But I think I want to keep this matte. So I'm going to go in with the same shade Sand that I used earlier. And do I want this? Whoa, that scared me. So I'm taking a flat brush, but this brush, this is the Sigma E54 medium sweeper brush. As you guys can see, it's rounded, so it's kind of blending the shade in as well as applying it. So this is the flat brush that I would recommend you to use for this type of application, instead of a flat brush like this that has more of like a hard edge to it. You guys can see the one that I'm using is more fluffy and the other one is more sharp. So I'm going to take some black kohl pencil and I'm going to create a black line, not a wing, just a line. Then I'm gonna take a brush, flat brush, blend out that line. You can take a brush with black eyeshadow if you want, just to set it. I like to blend it out first and then set it, but it's up to you. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and I'm literally creating the thinnest line close to my lash line. So that's basically it for the eyes. So we're gonna get back to the eyes later. For now, we're gonna move on to the skin. So the skin is kind of, I wanna say it's like the main thing. For the skin, the first thing I'm gonna do is a prime. You wanna have a nice base for your foundation. So you do want to obviously know your client's skin, know your own skin depending on who you're doing this makeup on, and you want to prime accordingly. So I have combination skin. I like my soft glams, and when I want it to be, you know, glowy and Hollywood type of glam, I like for it to be a combination between where I look matte but I don't feel matte. I'm going to use these two primers, which are like my favorite go-to primers. This is the Pixi Skin Treats H2O Skin Drink, and then this is the Prime Essence No Pore Blend from Touch in Sol. So I will be mixing these two, applying it all over my face, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. The next step, I will be doing my little glow situation. Do I have my brush here? Yeah. So I use the Makeup Revolution Molten Body Glow Liquid Illuminator for my skin. I normally use this for my body. I don't think I've tried it on my face yet, but I liked it on my body. And then for my face, I like to use the Melanin Mills Hollywood Gleam Body Radiance. It looks like this. This is for face and body, and this is also for face and body. I normally just use this for the body and this for the face. Maybe I should try this on the face today. I don't know. Let's see. Like, this is so pretty. They are pretty similar in color, and I want to say texture. I love the type of glow this gives me. So as you guys can see, I burnt my forehead when I was doing a hair tutorial the other day. So I'm gonna try and avoid that area when it comes to makeup. So we're just gonna act like that's covered, even though it's not. But we're just gonna act like it is, okay? I'm pretty sure I did a video on this when they dropped that collection. And it should be up on my channel. I'll link it somewhere up here. So this is the Melanin Mills one. It's a little bit more golden. The other one is a little bit more bronze, I want to say. And this one is a tad bit thicker in consistency. So for my face, what I like to do is that I like to contour underneath my foundation, especially when I'm doing, as I said, this type of makeup look. I normally do highlight underneath my foundation, but I like to contour on top of my foundation for like my everyday type of situation. But for this look, we're going to be contouring underneath. So I'm going in with my Inglot Cream Contour, and I'm taking a little brush, and I'm putting this right here. And we're snatching the whole face. So we're contouring my jawline as well. We're contouring the nose. The only thing I'm not gonna contour is my forehead because I have a wig on. If you know me, you know I don't really like to contour my forehead, period. But especially when I have a wig on, I don't see the point. So now I'm gonna blend it out with a brush, and I'm gonna start with my nose contour, and I'm using the same brush that I use on my eyelids to blend out the contour. I will be blending out my contour with a brush, and I like to use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I'm going to blend out this contour on my jawline, down. So the contour right here, I'm going to try, you need to try your best to keep it in the same place, but still blend it out. So I'm blending it upwards, but keeping it in that area. You don't want to move the product too much, you know? So now I'm going to be doing my concealer, and I will be using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit of it, and I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. So basically, I am just concealing the high points of my face. I'm concealing my under eyes. I'm concealing right underneath my contour just to clean it up, concealing my chin, and I'm also going to be concealing my forehead. My forehead is not a place where I normally put a lot of concealer. I just kind of put the remaining of the brush like I'm doing right now. As you guys can see, that's literally like the bare minimum when it comes to product. I do like to double conceal. It's nothing that you need to do. It's just something I prefer to do. So if I'm going to be double concealing, my next concealer will probably be the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm in the shade Caramel. I will wait, blend this out, and then conceal again, which we will get to that. But I like to apply my concealer. I like to wait for it to dry and then blend it out. The only areas where I don't like it to dry is underneath my contour, my chin, and my forehead. I like to blend that out like very much so right away. Eyeshadow blending brushes are literally like the best to blend out concealer. So I'm slowly going in, blending out my under eye concealer, and as you guys see, the first thing you want to do is that you blend out the outer corners and then you blend your way in towards the eye. Okay, so I'm looking crazy. So now I'm gonna go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Caramel and just conceal again. I want it, this one is a little bit warmer than the MAC Pro Longwear, and I kind of want that warmth underneath my eyes right now. So now we will be going in with some foundation. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation with SPF 15. I'm going to take half a pump on the back of my hand. I don't even know if this foundation matches me anymore. I'm going to go in with a brush just to see what it looks like. Okay, doesn't look bad. So basically, you're going to be putting your foundation in between where you highlighted and where you contoured, where you didn't put any product. But I like to go over here with my foundation. Powders, baby, powders. You need to know the powders. You need to know the powders. You don't want a powder that's giving you flashbacks, especially if your client is dark skin, melanated, let's put it like that. So the powders that I like to use, if you are of a darker skin tone, I would recommend to go with the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade medium. Or if you're my skin tone and a little bit darker and you want to highlight your under eyes, I would recommend you to go for the same powder, just in the shade Honey. I don't have the shade Honey right now, but it's really good. It's kind of a yellowy tone. Or you could go for the translucent one. But with the translucent one, I know some people are afraid because it's white, but it's a really good powder, and it really doesn't give you a flashback, but you also need to know how to apply it, because I feel like at the end of the day, any powder can give you a flashback if you don't know how to apply it correctly. So what I like to do, I like to use my little concoction that I mixed. These are different powders in one little container. Or I like the Sasha Buttercup one if you are my skin tone and you like a yellowy under eye, like a more warmer under eye, definitely go for that. So what I will be doing is that I will be setting my under eyes with the little concoction that I made. It looks like the honey one from Laura Mercier. It's kind of the same shade. I don't know if my camera is picking up on the color, but it's very much so the same shade as the honey one from Laura Mercier. Make sure I don't have any fine lines. So I'm going to take my little concoction, my setting brush. This is the setting brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to dip my brush in there, dust it off, set my under eyes. I'm literally just dusting the powder on. Like, I'm applying the powder, but I'm not baking. I'm literally just dusting it off. Before you bake, if you are the type of person that you like to bake, or for any specific reason you feel like your client needs to bake, you could do that, but just remember that you need to bake after you set your under eyes. You need to set them first and then bake. It's not like you're just gonna put a whole bunch of powder and just bake right away. That's not what you want to do. That's gonna give you flashback. Your client is gonna look cakey. That's not what we're going for. And that's basically it for me setting my under eyes. Now I'm going to take the same powder. I'm just going to set the rest of my highlighted areas. So now that we've set our face, as you guys can see, my face is pretty much matte as of right now. Now I'm going to be bronzing my face. To bronze my face, I will be using the Morphe. This is the Morphe Highlight and Contour Palette in 8H. It looks like this. The shades that I will be using are going to be Blogger and Fabulous, which are the one on the bottom row. So I'm going to mix these two shades. And I'm going to go over my contour and bronze my face at the same time. Because one of them, Fabulous, has a reddish undertone, it's giving me kind of like the illusion of that I have a blush on, and I don't mind that. I'm not really a blush type of girl, but I don't mind it at all. The brush that I'm using for this is a blush brush from Real Techniques. I love this for contour. I love this for bronzing. So to contour my nose, I will be using this one. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade medium. So now we're going to basically bake my under eyes, but I'm not really gonna bake. I'm just going to put some powder to catch the fallout from the eyeshadow that we're going to do. So to do that, I will be using the Sasha Buttercup powder, which is a little bit more yellow than the little concoction that I used earlier. So I'm just going to apply this right here. And this is gonna brighten my under eyes as well. And then I'm just gonna bake my nose, the bridge of my nose. That's it. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish off our eyes. So I will be using a kohl pencil, same kohl pencil that I used on my lash line. I will be using that on my waterline. This same brush that I used to diffuse the liner up top is the same brush I'm going to be using to diffuse the liner at the bottom. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette and I'm going to dip into the brown shade that's called Cinnamon with a brush. So I will be using a little, it's a brush that looks like the one I used up top for the light color, just to blend this black out. And I'm just blending the black eyeshadow, the black kohl pencil with the brown shadow. So then I'm going to take my little powder setting brush and I'm just going to dust off the baking powder. And I like to dust off the powder towards my nose instead of out, just because I don't want to move the powder towards the outside of my face, I want to keep the highlighted area right here. This is the Inglot Sparkling Dust Face and Body like glitter, and this is what I will be using for highlighter today. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it on the inner corners of my eyes, and as you guys can see, I hope the camera is picking it up, that the eyeshadow, the bottom lash eyeshadow, stops right here. I did not drag the black and the brown all the way to the inner corner. We're leaving this pretty much blank to put the highlighter. So I'm taking a little brush with the highlighter. I'm just taking from the cap, and I'm just going to be that's it for the eyes. Now we're just gonna highlight my face. So I'm just going to use the same brush, highlight my nose. And I'm just highlighting the bridge of my nose here. I leave a space, and then I highlight the tip of my nose. So I don't drag it all the way, I just highlight here and then the tip. Then we're going to take a bigger brush, and then I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. You could definitely leave it matte. Like this look looks really nice matte, but I want a little bit of glow. So for the lashes, I kind of want to do like a little dramatic lash today. Just because, I mean, why not, right? Why not? Okay, so we have applied the lashes. As I said, pretty dramatic. So I'm going to go ahead and do my hair, and then I will be back on camera to do the lips and finish up this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, so hair is done. I just curled it a little bit, you know, cute little waves or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. So for my lips, I'm going to be lining them with Chestnut from MAC. You guys already know this is my shit. Okay. So on the lips, I don't really have much to say other than all lips are different. So I want to say the easiest way to enhance someone's lips is probably by knowing how to do their base. So as long as you know how to do someone's base, you could enhance their lip, you know. You need to know where to highlight and contour. I am personally just doing like my regular nude lip combination, like my favorite that I've been doing for years, because to me that's the perfect look for this I guess that's the perfect lip for this look. So I'm going to use Naturally Transformed by MAC, which is the perfect nude lipstick for me and for my skin tone. I love this. It's not too pink, it's not too peachy, it's like a good neutral. It's like a brown based neutral, and we love that. So this is very much so the final look. Obviously me, IANDRA, y'all already know I would definitely put a lip gloss on top, but it depends kind of like what you're doing, what you're going for, what the makeup is kind of for. So I haven't done a matte lip in a minute, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'll probably go on and put on a lip gloss later on, but for now I'm gonna leave it like this. I did not show you guys on the previous clip that I did put bottom lash mascara on. It's really important to do that. Don't skip that because girl, it's important to just like pull the whole look together. I hope you enjoyed this in-depth tutorial. I really hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys took something from this video, maybe something you didn't know, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on your bell notifications so you do get notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.